I got somebody for you now. He wishes me to tell you that he is a virgin. And in a physical sense, where he says he's just such a cool guy that wherever he used to go, crowds used to gather and listen to him talk. Tonight he's going to actually bring it for you right up here. Ladies and gentlemen, another New Yorker, and then followed by another New Yorker, and then we're going to break it up with somebody from Lithuania. Give a big hand for my buddy Marco!
Thank you. These people are like, not another New Yorker. That's just the way it is. Virgin in like comedy, not virgin in sex, but this is probably only my 4th time up, but I'm going to try it, and I'm going to have a good time with it. I've been gone a couple of years now from New York, and my mom calls me up every Sunday and baby talks to me. She always wants me to baby talk to her every Sunday. Calls me up, hi, what are you doing? I said, Mom, how are you doing? Well, a couple of days ago, I had some friends over watching a Tyson fight, and it wasn't really a good time to start baby talking to her. So the phone rings, and she calls and says, what are you doing? I said, no, Mom, right now is really not the right time to be doing this. She says, come on. I said, no, I got my friends over the house. I can't, Mom, I cannot do this right now. She goes, come on. I go, Mom, right now, come on. All right. I'm your little cookie, and I love you. I'm your little cookie, and I miss you. She likes that when I baby talk to her. My mom had me on a high chair probably till I was about 11 years old. I could never leave the baby foot. I could never leave the table until all the food was done. She was a food fanatic, my mom. There's something about food, like when I go out to meals or something like that. I always think about when my mom had me on the table. I used to have to hide my food when I was a kid. I couldn't get up without leaving the food, so I used to hide it in my pants and stuff like that. So sometimes I go out on dates, and I start hiding the food in my pants, and I wake up the next day, I'm pulling out like meatballs and lasagna out of my pants. Friends, meeting people is a strange thing when I moved out here. She's laughing. Can you take a sip of that Corona, please? I don't think anybody else really saw it. If they saw it, they would understand what my man Doug is thinking about. But anyway, I meet some friends out here. I got some good friends out here. One of these girls I know, she's a good friend of mine. She's on this Slim Fast diet, where you drink a shake, and then you drink another one at lunchtime, and then at dinner you're supposed to have like this big meal. Well, my mistake was I went over the house when she was eating this big meal. What a fucking attitude. I mean, it's like watching somebody eat like they haven't ate in like 8 months. It's just like bananas are flying all over the place, and bananas are coming out like there's a monkey or something. Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon. What the fuck does he do? I mean, do you imagine this guy when he first got the job? Like, it was almost 25 years the Johnny Carson show is on now. But he must have got the job, and he comes back to his family. He says, I just got a job on a Johnny Carson show. And wife goes, well, what do you do? Well, I just fucking sit there and say, here's Johnny. Some famous people. Andy Rooney. Doesn't his voice just annoy you? Right? One day you just want him to turn around and just go, doesn't my voice just annoy you a little? Sylvester Stallone's mother. Seriously, I saw this show on. She is now getting involved in acting. He should give her a beating. Seriously, I mean, this lady's getting involved in I don't know much. I haven't even set up anything to tell you about this, but I just had to tell you something about it. Just to laugh about it, that she's getting involved in acting. I got pulled over the other day. Cop asked me for my license, insurance. Told him I had no fault insurance. Wasn't my fault I had no insurance. What else can I do here to make you laugh? The Village People. You guys remember the Village People, right? When I was a kid, I heard the Village People. Man, I got joined the YMCA. I wanted to run out and join the YMCA and dress up as like the cop and shit and the Indian. Then I got a little older. Realized they were all homos. Like when you were a kid, like Halloween, you'd run up to the guy's door and your friend was like the cop and you were the Indian. And you're knocking on these guys' doors, trick or treat, and you didn't know that these guys were homos at the time. The people would close the door and say, look at these kids, don't even know anything. What else? There's nothing else, actually. The Love Connection. No, I went on the Love Connection. This is the honest truth. I went on the Love Connection. What they make you do is, how much time do I have? Or how much time do you want me to have? Okay, but anyway, just something. One other thing, the Love Connection. I went on the Love Connection, right? And they tell you after the date, you can't see this person for a week until you go on the show because they're afraid that if the date went well, that you might fight and stuff, you know? And then you go on air and you fuck up everything that you told the writer to write. It's a long story, but anyway. I didn't do it that way. I saw this person for the week. And I fucked her. But I didn't tell anybody on TV. But that didn't work over too good. But anyway, I'm going to leave now. But isn't it weird during Christmas time that you go to like a jewelry section of a jewelry store and the girl is like holding the guy and telling him, I love you, I miss you, it's been so great all these years. Only during Christmas time and only next to a jewelry store. I like to see these people about 6 months from now. But anyway, I'm going to leave. I tried. I had a good time doing it. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Marco, give that man from New York a hand so that he stays away from light bulbs. Did you really dress up like the Village People, Marco? Well, I know, but you like music? You remind me, I don't know who you remind me of music-wise, but somebody in the scene. Who out there, what do you like? What's your music? Folk, country? Who likes Zeppelin? Anyone like Led Zeppelin? Oh, yeah. Isn't that cool? Jimmy Page doing the riffs, Robert Plant, right? The only man who can make one word last for like 38 minutes. Like never, 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 ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, never. Squeeze lemon till the juice runs down my legs. Yeah, what's he talking about? I have no idea. Do you know what I mean? How about English people that like introduce the bands? They have the thickest accents in the world when they're talking, and when they sing, they don't have one. It's like, is the band will from the 1, 2, 3, go. I love you, I love you. And boy, if I could just only hear that new Sting song a few more times in my lifetime, yeah, I can't seem to find it just once.